Now, one thing that I love about this golf shot, and one of the reasons, as we talked a little bit earlier, some people like to actually promote for people to use different clubs to vary the distance they travel the golf ball, right? Keep the swing the same and change the golf club. One of the reasons why I'm a big believer of maintaining one golf club is because you're going to know how that club performs, right? Now, I want you to step back right over here for me, and I want to show you how you can hit different shots with the same club, using, for the most part, the same techniques, just adjusting something as simple as where the ball is positioned in your stance. Now, traditionally, with this bump and run, we have the golf ball positioned farther towards the back of our stance. Hands are forward when we try to control that flight, like so. So you can see I'm going to show you the 3 different flights here, and all I'm going to do is vary that ball position. And you can see, pay attention to the flight of this golf ball. So this one, I'm going to have positioned a little bit farther back in my stance, and obviously you can see it keeps very low to the ground, has a lot of chase on it. This next one, I'm going to make the exact same golf swing, but the only thing different that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move the golf ball position from farther back to a little bit more in the middle of my stance. Hands are still pressed forward, and you can see, watch the flight on this one. Flight comes up much more. Golf ball has a little bit more carry, a little less travel on the ground. And the same thing can be said. Then you can even actually move it up a little bit farther, and again, use a little bit more lock. You can see golf ball travels not bad.
So why does my ball goes higher in the air than other balls?
Well, that's a good question. This is a shot. When we try to hit this bump and run and we try to hit a chip, even a pitch, controlling the ball flight, how high that golf ball gets in the air, is going to be directly related to the overall distance of the shot. So obviously, that's one of the huge keys here, is making sure that we control that distance. So one of the main reason why your golf ball gets into that area is, like we talked a little bit earlier, is in the fact that you get those hands pressed a little forward. Now for you, your tendency is to keep your hands a little bit more neutral, which actually adds loft to that club. Okay. Then on top of that, your next tendency is actually to flip your hands a little bit. Now I know you like to hit that shot because you like to hit that skipper, but it's a lot less low percentage shot. So what we're trying to do is get you actually to a situation where you're not going to add loft to that club. That's the main reason why these golf balls have a tendency to go a little bit higher than others, is because you keep the hands neutral, adds more loft, and then B, you try to almost add loft to that club throughout the swing. So again, let's try to make sure that we're really keeping those hands pressed towards our target throughout the entire swing.